Good morning. How's it going? Sorry if my car radio comes on real quick. I just got done with a little meeting about creativity with someone here in the Midwest. It was really good. I'm just like super stoked about, I love creatives. If you guys don't follow my company, Helps to Media. Oh, here comes the radio. Please do not be loud because it's digital. It comes on and stuff. If you guys are not following my company, Helps to Media, oh man, you got to get on it. We're coming out with our first video today. I'm talking about radio play. And I'm so stoked to just help creatives. It is great. But I wanted to come through and just share a little pep talk this morning. I love my Monday pep talks with y'all, to be honest. And hey, Vanny, how are you doing? I was having this meeting with this really cool dude, and we were talking about creativity. He has his art form, which is so cool to talk about with him. And then I'm talking about my art form, which is music. Y'all know that. But I ended up telling him a story about my journey, and it hit me. Hey, Jeremy, it hit me that sometimes we do not realize how close we are to an opportunity or what God has up his sleeve, up his sleeve, because we are not open. Our minds are not open to what God has planned for us. And I just want to tell a little story to encourage you guys today. I want to encourage you not to sleep on God. Don't sleep on what could happen in your life today, tomorrow, this week. I know a lot of my young followers who are girls, you guys are believing for God to give you a good man in your life. I know a lot of my dude followers, you're just believing for great opportunities. I know some of you, just all of you in general, are believing for God to bless your life financially. We're all believing for stuff. That's why, if you're a believer, it's called you're a believer. You're believing God. You believe God and you lean on him. And yeah, Vanny, I'm doing good. How are you? I'm usually not up this early. Oh, well, girl, welcome. I'm doing really well. I'm excited. It's Monday. I got my little tank top on because I am not giving into fall yet. Listen, it's not time yet. So back to my encouragement. I want to just say, sometimes we do not have vision, or we are discouraged to the point where we do not believe that God has good things for us. And just a few things before I even get into my story. I just want to encourage you with the fact that God says in the word, he does not withhold from his kids. That's not his nature. So if you believe in your heart that God is withholding from you or just punishing you because of something you did way in the past, if you've repented of that thing, he's not punishing you, dude. He's not withholding. He knows the perfect time. He knows what you need. He knows what's good for your heart. I just want to encourage you with that before the day gets started here. And I was given this story. So, this story makes me nervous because I get asked a bunch of questions when I usually give this story. But I feel the freedom and the liberty to give this story. So maybe like 4 years ago, which was not that long ago, I was back in California in my hometown, and I was actually teaching. So I had actually gotten off the road. I had been on and off the road doing music, just traveling city to city with this amazing ministry that I was a part of. And we were going city to city, impacting people's lives, with my own songs, with a bunch of other tour mates. It was phenomenal. And I was on the road, and then the Lord, just in my spirit, I knew it was time to go back to my hometown in California. And, I was born and raised there, basically. And I knew, like, in my mind, I feel like the possibilities of things happening there in California for me were slim. Like I'm a musician. I love to do music. I love to impact people with music and show love through music. And I was just like, I'm going to go back to this hometown where I'm from, and there's nothing here but agriculture and, hey, what's up, Josh? Good to see you on here. Nothing's here but agriculture, a bunch of tourist sites, because I'm from a beautiful place in California, but for young people, there's not a lot going on, you know what I mean, unless you're into drugs and stuff. So, and I'm not into that. So, I'm back home and I'm super discouraged, and I'm teaching, and I'm like, I don't know why God has me here. But I was sleeping. See, that's the thing. I was sleeping on possibilities. I wasn't dreaming. I want to encourage you guys today. It's Monday. Today's a good day to start dreaming again. A good day to start daydreaming. Don't ever stop daydreaming. I mean, be practical. Put your work in. You know what I mean? Do what you need to do. Hey, Ruben. But at the same time, don't stop dreaming with God. Don't stop daydreaming and thinking big dreams. That's when your soul starts to die, let me tell you. And I was in that state of being because I was teaching out of college. I'm wearing professional garb every day. That is not my style. I'm a little hippie. You know what I mean? I like to be expressive. I don't like to be button down shirts and like black pants. No, I'm straight. Like, that's just not me. It's never been me. It never will be me. And so I was feeling really discouraged. Long story short, I had a vision in my mind. This is why you can't sleep on God, all right? So I can't sleep. I'm letting you know right now. I had this vision. My drummer's girlfriend, I had this vision of her being the main character. My drummer at the time, who's phenomenal. He and his girlfriend actually now married and having a kid, which is super cool. But at the time, I had a vision of him and her being the main characters in my music video, which actually is out. Boils My Blood, they were the main characters in the music video. So that was my vision. Very clear. I went with it. So I got to follow those visions and submit them to God. He will guide you, and you just don't sleep on God. I'm just saying. So fast forward, the video's out. We filmed the video, and I get an email from this huge guy in our area that owns all of a certain kind of radio station, like Latin radio stations. And I'm like, where did this come from? Turns out my drummer's girlfriend's dad, follow me, was on one of the biggest golf courses in our area, which our area is known for golf. People fly from other countries to come golf at this golf course, Pebble Beach. And he was on the golf course golfing, and he was kind of like bragging, and just being a proud dad of the fact that his daughter was in my music video. He wasn't really bragging about me. He was bragging about his daughter because, I mean, she looked phenomenal, and like she played the part to the T. Beautiful. She was gorgeous. It was a beautiful home. It was just everything about the video was muy rico. It was so beautiful. Long story short, I like saying that. I'm not Latina, but I just love saying that. Muy rico. Anyways, he saw the video and he saw me, and he ended up hitting me up, and he emailed me through my website, which was a little janky, but it was there. You know what I mean? I put it in place. Don't sleep on God. Put your pillars in place, because you don't know when God's about to give you what you've been asking for. You don't know what it's going to look like. So don't stop pushing. He calls me after I email him back, and he ends up inviting me to his office, which, guys, was in, I'm just going to be honest, and hopefully he's not watching this, but I don't think he's watching this. It was in the janky part of town, like the ghetto, like the part of town where they tell you don't want to be when the sun goes down, because there was a lot of gang violence there. I'm not afraid of it because I was born and raised there, but like, I just know you don't get caught there after dark. Like, you just know that when you're from a place and it has little aspects to it like that, and you're not going to be there after dark, and you're not trying to be walking the streets after dark. You're on your side of town. You're in your house after dark. So he had his office, and it looked really just normal on the outside. It didn't look like anything. It didn't look like anything special would be there. I walk into this office. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. I walk in to this dude's office. He comes out, first of all, to get me before I walk in this beautiful suit. I've never met him before. And he owns like so many radio stations in the Northern Californian area. And he has plaques, like gold, platinum plaques on the wall. And he worked with some of the biggest artists that I knew growing up. I did not know that. He was their manager. And he had my website up on his huge computer screen. And he goes, "Hey, welcome, sit down." And I'm like, okay. So I sit down, and he's like, "Do you know what it takes to make it in the music industry?" And I was like, "No, but I have a feeling you're going to tell me." Actually, I feel like I did, but it was a rhetorical question. I could sense it. We all know when those questions are asked and you're not really supposed to answer because they already have an answer. So I was like, I'm here for it. What does it take to make it? And he was like, "It takes money fueled upon more money." I was like, cool. He's like, "Do you know how much artists make in a night when they work with me?" And I was like, "No, I don't. Like, I don't." So, and he told me, which is a lot of money, like thousands of dollars, like tens of thousands of dollars, like a lot of money, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars in a night at a concert with some of these artists that he's working with. And my eyes, not that it's about money, but like he is working on the highest scale in the music industry, in the Latin music industry. And my eyes are like, how did I end up here? I was like speechless, not because of the money, like I said, but I was just like, I didn't know this dude existed in my hometown. Like, this is crazy to me. And he goes, how serious are you about music? And I was like, what kind of question is that? Like, I was like, I'm so serious. I spent all my money on this. I've done this for like over 10 years now. Like, this is what I do. Like, this is what God has called me to do. And I didn't say that. I was just speechless. I was like, so serious. Like, my answers were like this small, you know, because I just did not know what was happening. I'm like, am I in a dream? Like, this is wild. And then he goes, well, I like your look. I really think that, you know, we could invest in you. And he's like, if I have your permission, I'm not going to say his name, Steven, because I'm trying to protect him. But he's like, if I have your permission, I'm going to pitch you to my best friend, who is the president of this record label. And I was like, major record label. Like one of the top big 4 names that you could imagine. I'm just going to leave the names out because I don't want to compromise anybody. So long story short, he was like, yeah, I'm going to Miami, Florida this weekend to go golf with him. I'm going to pitch you to him if I have your permission. And I was like, sure. And he was like, are you willing to also sing in Spanish? And I was like, yeah, I know Spanish, like on a conversational level. Like, sure, I'll sing in Spanish. I don't know what I was saying. I was like, yeah, I had no words. I was like, sure, like whatever. And then he was like, all right, like I'll meet with you next week when I'm back. Like, I'm going to go pitch you this weekend. I was like, oh, I was so speechless. And I got in the car and I prayed to the Lord. I said, God, thank you. Like, this has opened my eyes to the fact that I should not be sleeping on you. But if this is not of you, I told him, I said, let it all fall through. This happened 4 years ago. And so I was just talking about this with coffee. Stephen asked, this happened recently? I said, this happened 4 years ago. But I was sharing this at coffee because sometimes we feel like we have to be somewhere else to get the opportunities that God has for us. We have to strive in a weird way to get the opportunities that God has for us. When, for real, guys, if we would just plant our feet and do what we know to do, he would blow our minds. It's just like he can just snap his fingers. And in a moment, I feel like God can change everything. Like, for real. So it did not work out because I really believe it was not for me. And I was contemplating it. I'm like, God, like touring Latin America on this major level and like it being based on my looks, like this is not of you. Like, I just knew it deep down inside. And so I asked the Lord to make it fall apart. Because to be honest with you guys, the temptation was so strong because this is what I've always dreamt of doing since I was 8. And yeah, I really didn't know how to say no without divine intervention. So I prayed for the Lord's hand in it. Like, if you could help me make the right decision, Lord, if this is you, let's go. And if it's not, shut it down, let it fall apart. And it did. And I'll just leave it at that. But I just want to encourage you guys today because I was talking with a phenomenal creative right here in good old Kansas City. And I think sometimes we have this notion, we were just talking about how it sometimes seems like it would be easier, it would be better, it would be more beneficial to just leave where we're at and go somewhere else because the opportunities seem better there or it looks better there. But the reality is, and we've all heard that saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. If God is not calling you there, right where you're at is where he wants you planted and where he desires to give you what you need. And I'm just saying, it can happen in a moment. When God decides to give you the dream that he's put in your heart, when he feels like it's the right moment, and it's really a gift. So I don't feel like you need to go around freaking out, talking about, well, I don't know what it's going to take to get it, and I'm striving here, and am I good enough here? And dude, just cultivate it with the Lord. Do it out of a place of rest, like chill out. But here's the thing, a lot of us creatives, a lot of us people, and I'm speaking mostly creatively, but it could be financially, it could be the dream you have with the spouse or whatever. A lot of us, there are ideas in our heads and we have not put them into fruition because we're just procrastinating or we don't believe it's God. But I'm saying today, some of these dreams and ideas in your heads, in my heads, in my head, I only have one head, are from him. And we are missing it. We're missing our blessing. We're missing what he has next for us because we're not doing it. And we're believing that, hey, maybe I need to, do it the way so-and-so did it. But you're not so-and-so. God has your way, your journey, your path for you. So I just want to bring this to your attention today. If you feel like the dreams you have aren't coming true, the things you're praying about aren't quite what you want them to be, I just want to encourage you today, my friends, don't sleep on God. Do your part, because it says in the Bible, right? It says in the Word, the book of life, it says faith without works is dead. So if you feel like you keep getting these ideas, like, this is one example I've been preaching to people lately, especially some of my girlfriends that are single and desiring marriage. It's not for everyone, but if you have this idea in your heart that you should be online dating, you should be online dating until the Lord says no. Like, just go do it. Put your best foot forward. He's with you. You don't need to be afraid. If you're desiring for finances and you feel like you should just go get a part-time job, go get a part-time job. If you will know, there's an inner witness on the inside of you. This is what the book of life says, that will witness to you if it's not right for you, and witness to you over and over again. Sometimes it's thoughts, sometimes it's just a knowing, sometimes it's that inner feeling. I don't want to say external feelings because that gets weird, but you just have an idea. It's like, I think I should just get a part-time job. Submit it to the Lord, pray about it, and if it doesn't go away, go do it, and He will be with you. I want to encourage some of y'all to get out of your paralysis. Sometimes there's this thing we talk about, it helps too, my company. It's called, there's paralysis and the over-analysis. Sometimes you analyze so much that you never do anything. Don't sleep on God, friends. Go forth, do what you know you should be doing. But don't become paralyzed because you're so busy thinking about it all the time. Go ahead, shake and bake a little bit. Go forth with it. And if the Lord tells you to just stop. If the Lord tells you to go. If He doesn't tell you anything, go for it. He's with you. Like, just go forth and don't sleep on Him. Continue believing, continue dreaming, continue leaning into Him. He has good things for you, and He does not withhold. So I just want to come through and say, do not sleep on the Lord. That's a story where the Lord really witnessed to me. Yo, you're sleeping on me. I can change your life in a moment. Just be where I want you to be and do what you know you should be doing. That inner knowing. Yeah, I know I should be exercising daily. You know what I mean? That inner knowing, like, I just feel like I should go to this coffee shop today. It's an inner knowing. So I just want to leave y'all with that. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a good week. Monday pep talks around this time. Commit them to your memory. I'll be on, just going live, loving on y'all. I love you guys so much. Do not sleep on God. Say it together. Do not sleep on God. Okay? And Stephen said, let's not forget, a lot of execs try to gain creative control under their contract. Yeah. And that's why the Lord has not led me. I've had a few opportunities. They look amazing on the outside, and the Lord has witnessed to me an inner knowing, no, Marte, that's not for you. So, and guys, I can't lie to you. Sometimes I'm heartbroken when the Lord says no, because I'm like, God, it looks like everything I've ever wanted. I've been heartbroken when it's come to guys. I'm like, God, he looks so great. And the Lord's like, you don't know. You just are not seeing the full picture. Same with creative opportunities. I've had them where someone's like, hey, I'm going to give you a distribution deal or this record deal, or we're going to bring you in and you're going to collaborate with so-and-so. And the Lord said no. And I have to be like, no, thank you. And they're like, wait, why? This is amazing. And I'm like, inside of me, I just know I'm not seeing the full picture, and I'm trusting the one who's made me. I'm trusting the one I love. I'm trusting in God, who knows my frame, who knows my disposition, who knows my gifts, because He gave them to me, who knows my heart and how fickle it can be and how sensitive and how delicate it is. I'm trusting Him because at the end of the day, He knows what's best. At the end of the day, this is about Him leading my life. He's coming back for a pure and spotless bride. And spotless means I'm not out here in the figurative fields paving my own way and letting the sun beat down on me and getting spots on my face. I'm saying to him, like women used to do back in the day, that was a sign of not having leadership, not having someone to depend on, not having someone to provide for them. God is saying to all of us, hey, lean into me, do your part, lean into me. I will provide for you. You do not need to be the bride without sunspots. Even if you're a man, you are his bride. I know it's a weird concept, but we don't have to be the bride without sunspots, or with sunspots. We are called to be the bride without sunspots. So I'm just going to leave this here, guys. I love you so much. Some of you aren't even awake yet, but hopefully you'll get this on the replay. Don't sleep on God. That is the message of the moment. Do not sleep. So I'm just believing right now. I feel encouraged just saying it and releasing it to you guys. I'm like, what's going to happen today? Because God is like alive, and he is like so creative, more than the biggest creative I know. He is so great with strategy. He is good at making connections. Who's he going to connect me to? Who am I going to meet today? What's going to happen today? Who's going to find my music today? Who's going to be blessed by my music? What's going to happen? You know, who's going to run into my company today? Like, God's so good at making connections. So, and he is good at planning our lives. So with that, I love y'all so much. I will see you on the flip side. I'm going into the office. We got some videos we're uploading for Helps 2, and our website is down right now, so it's being remodeled, and we're going to finish that today. So I am stoked. If you're not following us on Helps 2, I said at the beginning of this, we have videos coming out starting today, every Monday, for like as far as we can tell you, forever. Hopefully, by the grace of God, you know what I mean? We have videos coming out every Monday for the rest of the year, at least, and I'm excited. Today's video is on how to get radio play, and so I'm sharing my experience on the Helps 2 YouTube channel. So follow us on Instagram and on YouTube and on whatever else, and we are giving like practical tips to creatives. If you're creative, even if you're not a musician, like a creative, like you design, you write books, whatever, we're giving practical tips and just strategy to creatives so that you can reach people, man, and grow, sustain your craft. It's important. That's important to God, and it's important to me. So all right, that was a mouthful. I love you guys. I will see you later. And hey, guys. Hey, Hot Bella. And Felicity, yo, what's up? And Steven, yes, bless you, man. I love y'all so much. And Vanny, thank you, girl. And Yolanda, hey, girl. She said amen. All right. Bye, you guys. Have a good day.